This video addresses the major keys and their key signatures. I may mention some other points of interest about musical keys, but leave details for later videos. Musical keys are all about sound. Major keys produce a bright and happy sound. The musical keys and their key signatures differ one from another by their use of sharps and flats. Every key has a scale attached to it. You should learn to play the major scales on your instrument. The major scales can be found towards the back of most beginner books. Some screens are best viewed in full screen mode. Use the play, pause button for extended viewing of a screen. Use the mute button to stop my narration. The audio play mute icon looks like a speaker. In written music, which is often called notation, songs begin with a clef sign, a key signature, and a time signature. Shown here we have a song using a treble clef, sometimes called a G clef. A key signature showing the key of E major, and a time signature of 4/4, meaning 4 beats in a measure and a quarter note gets 1 beat. If there are no sharps or flats between the clef sign and the time signature, the piece is in the key of C major. If the key signature contains sharps, you can use this mnemonic to determine the name of the key. Count the number of sharps in the key signature. Next, turn to the mnemonic and count words until you reach that number. The first letter of that word is the name of the key. So if you count 4 sharps, you go to the 4th word in the mnemonic, and the first letter is E. The name of the key is E. The mnemonic is, good deeds are ever bearing fruit correct. Take notice, the name of the key for F and C are F sharp and C sharp. If the key signature contains flats, you can use this mnemonic to determine the name of the key. Count the number of flats in the key signature. Next, turn to the mnemonic and count words until you reach that number. The first letter of that word is the name of the key. So, if you count 4 flats, you go to the 4th word in the mnemonic, and the first letter is A. The name of the key is A flat. This mnemonic is 5 big elephants ate Dorothy's good cheese. All of the key names contain the word flat except for the key of F. After F, the other key names are B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. Okay, here you see the notated key signatures with their mnemonic. There is a line for sharp keys and a line for flat keys. Both lines start with the key of C. For every major key, there is a relative minor key, which tends to sound sad or bluesy. The relative minor key is based on the 6th tone of the major scale, and will be a topic in a later video, as is the case for the circle of fifths and modes. Thanks for spending some time with me. I hope you find something of value hidden among all my ramblings.